So freeze-dried food is really ideal for long-term food storage. The caveat is it's going to be a little more expensive. You know, you may have regular canned food for your food storage, and it's convenient, it's easy to buy, and go to the grocery store, it's familiar to use, but it only lasts 1 year. And let's say you want to have food storage on your shelf for the next 30 years of your life. Well, if you have to buy something that only lasts 2 years, you're going to be buying that 15 times over to keep something on your shelf for the next 30 years. Versus freeze-dried food, you buy it once, it's going to cost about 2 times the amount of regular food, but it'll last you 30 years. So you can see the convenience value that you don't have to rotate it, you don't have to worry about it. Most of our customers that buy the freeze-dried food, they just leave it in the box, stick it next to the wall in their garage, and forget about it. And you can, and they know they're ready because they have it there. It's tried, it's tested, it's quality. It's a fantastic product. I really, really love it. And again, would really, really recommend when you're considering your long-term food storage supplies that you consider the option of freeze-dried food. It'll cost a little more initially, but in the end, it's going to save you money and be very, very usable in the event of an actual emergency.
And the great thing too is that there's breakfast too, like
there is.
eggs and bacon.
Scrambled eggs and bacon, sausage. There's granola and blueberries and milk, which is a personal favorite. There's breakfast, lunches, macaroni and cheese. You know, there's something for every meal of the day. It's really a fantastic product. Any questions, comments? So thank you for the comments. Very great. Number 6 of the 7 steps in emergency preparedness, which we'd be remiss to omit, but many people do, is your financial storage. There's a reason we put food first, because in the event of an emergency, I'd rather have food than money. What I'm going to do with my money is probably buy food anyway, so I might as well have the food because food might not be available. But once you've got your food, once you have your water, once you have your shelter-in-place supplies established, it's really important and wise and prudent to establish financial storage. Really, there's 5 steps to building financial storage, getting yourself prepared financially. One would be to give to charity. That might seem a little paradoxical. You asked me to get prepared financially and you want me to give some money away. Well, it's actually been proved behaviorally that people who give money to charity are actually much more conscious of the money that they have and spend it much more wisely. So giving to charity, you know, what goes around comes around. It's just a good thing to do anyway, but it actually will help you to be more wise with your money. Spend it less, save it more. The next thing would be to get out of debt. Debt is something that our society has become very dependent on. Recent events in our economy has shown us that our society has become too much debt dependent. So we gave you a very simple little tool, a debt reduction calendar, to give you an easy way to make a plan and implement the plan to eliminate your debt. Basically, you just take your creditors, starting with the first one you want to pay off, put them along the top of the chart here. Put the monthly payment you owe to each creditor, and then as you pay when you pay the first creditor off, you add that amount to the second creditor. The basic attitude is here, and instead of, you know, let's say you have a debt that requires you to spend $50 a month for debt repayment. Well, once you pay off that debt, rather than thinking, great, now I have $50 to spend on going out to eat or doing stuff fun, you need to think, great, now I have $50 to spend to pay off my other debts. Debts can be a very scary thing. They're always there. They're always charging you. It always costs you, and especially in times of emergency, when, let's say, you lose your job, you'd be much better off without any debt and any other obligations. Many people have gotten into a situation in the current financial crisis where they had debt in their home, they lost their job, they couldn't pay the debt that they owed in their home, and they had to lose their home. Whatever equity that they may have put into their home is gone. So the least amount of debts that you have, the better off you're going to be and the more safe you're going to be. Again, the most important essential need is your warmth and shelter. So if you lose your house because you spent that $50 on food and entertainment rather than paying off your debts, you'll be sorry. So use the debt calendar. You'll be glad you did. And again, it's all about the peace of mind, knowing you're ready. You never know what's going to happen. The third thing in financial storage is use a budget. If you haven't used a budget, it's very simple. We've given you a nice little budget worksheet. You basically list your income, prioritize your expenses between mandatory spending, discretionary spending, keep track of how much you actually spend. And that's a very important part. You can make a budget all you want, but if you don't keep track of how much you're actually spending, it's not going to do you very good. Again, preparedness is all about implementation. The road to disaster is paved with good intentions. So make a plan and follow it. That's what this Ready Steps workshop is all about, is giving you tools you need to implement your plan, follow your plan. 4 would be to build a savings. We're not a financial institution. I'm not Merrill Lynch. I'm not going to tell you how to save for your retirement. This is just talking about saving for a rainy day. We would recommend that you save, as much as you can, but 3 months' salary. So basically, this gives you a simple little tool. Put your monthly income, how many desired months of income you want in savings, so you can arrive at a total savings balance goal. Figure out how much you want to save as a percentage of your income. It's wise to think of your savings as a percentage of your income rather than a flattened amount. That way, when your income increases, your savings does too. Then you can see how much you want to save monthly and figure out how many months it's going to take you to reach your savings balance goal. If you save 10% of your income, which was what we recommend, it would take you about 30 months to establish a 3-month supply of income, which in this type of market, you lose your job, it may take you 3 months to find another one. You never know. So it would be a very useful tool. Again, keep it laminated if you want to. Keep it around, remember it, actually do it. It gives you a very simple tool to do that. The 5th step in establishing financial storage is just working together. Whether you're a 1-income household or a 2-income household, you need to work together in spending and or earning your money. You both spend it, I'm sure, so you both need to work together on getting out of debt, following that budget, building a savings, making sure you're giving to charity, and being wise with your spending.